25 Days of Christmas is on. Yes! And the biggest adventure. Countdown to 25 Days of Christmas.
The Santa Claus. Now, this is the first Tim Allen Santa Claus. And while I can't say that I like it as much as the Santa Claus 2, where I thought that they actually embraced the craziness and stupidity of this entire movie trilogy without going overboard, I will say that they tried with this movie. And I think they succeeded in some ways and didn't really succeed in other ways. Like, for instance, the third act. I think the third act, they kind of went belly under, literally and figuratively. I think that they kind of screwed up the third act. However, I will say that the first and second acts are pretty good. They are kind of what I expect it to be, without being totally ridiculous and crazy, and just Santa and Tim Allen Santa doing the I don't know what, this kind of dance, you know, and just grooving out, and all of a sudden just embracing Santa, when in the last two acts he was just kind of trying to not believe it. But eventually he does come around to believing it. And then comes the third act. But yeah, that's the third act. What do I think about the overall movie? I mean, personally, I enjoy it. I mean, it's the most put together of them all. They put together this movie. I mean, the overall structure of this movie is pretty good. The acting, I can't complain by. The music, I can't complain. I mean, it works for what it is. I just wish it just has so much potential to be better, I think. And the third act, even though it kind of fell apart, there's still some good elements in there. Like, for instance, the Elf Brigade or whatever that's trying to save Santa. I think that was kind of creative, which leads to a question: if the Elf Brigade was there, why didn't they save Santa? And then again, what is with the whole Santa thing where he falls off a roof, but then Tim Allen's all of a sudden Santa, Scott Calvin. Ooh. But you know, as much as I complain about it, I then go back and just say, okay, let's watch Santa Claus. Because personally, I enjoy it, you know? I enjoy it for what it is. The first and second acts I watch every year, because it's some good cinema right there. It's some good cinema right there. Even though the third act falls apart, Tim Allen is a good Santa. Charlie is the young believer, I guess. No one believes him, but he still sticks to it. And sticks to the fact that he thinks that his dad is Santa. And, I mean, it's kind of heartwarming when he finally when Tim Allen finally embraces himself as Santa, and then you see the kid, and it's kind of heartwarming, I'm not gonna lie. And the ending, the true ending to this movie, I say, is pretty good. I mean, I don't really have any complaints with the actual ending, just the overall third act. But yeah, man, this movie is pretty good. I highly recommend it, although I would suggest skipping over a little bit of the third act. But yeah, man, overall this movie is more put together, takes itself a little bit more serious, and if you want a serious Santa movie, I recommend it. Personally, I like Santa Claus 2 a little bit better, but as an overall, the way the movies are put together, I'd say the Santa Claus #1 is a lot better overall. So I highly recommend it. I watch it every year at Christmas time, and yeah, I recommend that you do too.